I'm Eva Bild. I'm a breastfeeding counselor, and I'm the mom of 3 children who were all breastfed. I went to a conference last summer in July, a year and a half ago, well, a year and a bit ago now. And I met a woman called Tina Smiley, who is a pediatrician and a lactation consultant in Connecticut. And she works with what she calls baby-led latching. And I was totally inspired by what she taught us at that conference. And that's what I've been working with for the last year. And it's a whole different way of looking at breastfeeding. You know, in the last many years, we've been trying to teach women to latch their babies by holding the baby in a prescribed position, at a prescribed angle, and supporting the breast, and with the C hold, and getting the baby on. And what Tina says is, maybe we should let babies figure it out for themselves. So she says, start the baby here like this in the middle of your chest, skin to skin if you can, and let the baby figure it out. When you hold the baby like this against your body, you've put the baby in his natural habitat, which is the mother's body, and he becomes extremely competent. And in this position too, because he's symmetrical, the sides of his brain become integrated, and he pulls it together. And most babies, after a while of being like this, will start to look around and look for something to latch onto, and then they sort of usually hurl themselves over. And if mom's smart, she's sort of waiting for it, and she catches the baby. And at this point now, the baby is so ready and so geared to find the nipple that he'll find the nipple by himself. And it's mom's job just to support him at the right angle and at the right height, and change the angle and the height a little bit so it makes her comfortable. But by now, the baby is so ready to latch that if we don't hold the back of their head, if we just hold them comfortably where they want to go, they'll latch all by themselves. And I've found it incredibly successful to go at it from this perspective now. Rather than from the, I'm the mother and I'm going to show my baby how to latch. Instead, do it as a, let the mom and the baby figure it out together. And instead of me showing the mom how to show the baby, let's support the 2 of them together to work at it. Babies actually have a lot of head control if we support their upper back, newborn babies. Right? We all do this support the head stuff, when in fact they have excellent control of their neck if we support their upper back. And when we hold their head, they can't move their heads. And I think it makes them mad. So when you put a baby to the breast and you try to shove the baby on like this, they get really upset at you. And they pull back and they make all sorts of fusses. And we go, oh, the baby doesn't like the breast, he's refusing the breast, you know. If we let babies figure it out for themselves and let them lurch their way down there and support their backs but not their heads, and talk to them softly and let them figure it out and give them time, I think it goes a lot better. There's a whole theory about breastfeeding, which is also that, or latching babies, which is that the baby can only latch in one swift movement, right? So you tickle the baby's lip and then the baby opens wide, and then you bring the baby on. And then if it hurts and it's not right, you take the baby off and you try again. Well, when you've done that 4 or 5 times, the baby's really mad at you, right? Yeah. And you're really sore because the nipple's been damaged several times by being latched on wrongly. I think that, in fact, we might be better off letting babies latch themselves and then altering their position. Move the baby a bit this way, move it a bit that way, move it up, move it down, angle it out a bit. We've got 3 dimensions in which to move this baby around to make yourself comfortable. And maybe we should be doing some of that.